Welcome back to another video. First off, big news, Theo turned 4 months old. It is just crazy. He's growing so fast, time's just flying by. He has rolled over from his back to his belly and from his belly to his back at least once that we have seen, and it's just wild. He's being so good. Likes to make a lot of noise, likes to go outside, loves just hanging out with me and Hannah, and he is just the sweetest, cutest, best little boy that we could have possibly asked for. And since my last video, my parents came out and visited, and that was a great time. It's always good to see them since we live so far away. It's awesome that they were able to come out here. And here's a picture from Theo this morning. He's just hanging out, just in this little uniform looking thing. All right, let's get into it. So, this is getting kind of like we're right on the verge of things getting out of control. So, I brought Hannah and Theo along with me. We had a little weather coming in again this time. It had just rained, and it's going to rain a little bit here after we leave. So watermelons, they're all starting to vine out, and there's a good number of flowers on all of them, which is great to see. I'm really hoping that we get a couple of good watermelons, because there's nothing better than on a hot summer day just eating some watermelon and hanging out. We have one watermelon right here is about the size of a baseball, or a little bit smaller. It's looking really good though. And there's our dead zone number 2. There's stuff growing there actually finally. And nice nice pumpkin right there. And this is just I went through this whole area and pulled up a bunch of weeds. You can see around the plants there's a bunch of dead grasses and stuff laying around, so I went through and pulled all those out just a couple days ago, and that was a lot of work because this getting wild. We're gonna have to do something about these weeds. I'm hoping that I can get a weed whacker. The landowner has a weed whacker. Oh, and I put these stakes in there because the vines of the pumpkins were accidentally hit by a lawnmower. One of them was, so I had to put those stakes in to prevent that from happening. And the freaking deer are just massacring our corn. I'd be surprised if we get 5 plants to produce good ears of corn, because the deer are just going to town on it, which is unfortunate, but not unexpected. I mean, this land is out kind of in the middle of nowhere. Look at that one, just got totally chomped off right there. This land's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of deer around, so not totally surprising to me. And these little zucchinis here are not doing too good. There's these beetles that are kind of boring into the stem of them and killing them, which is unfortunate, but it's life. In that middle section, I'm just letting that shit go. Whatever. Don't care about it anymore. I'm not I'm not pulling all those weeds. But these snap peas are coming in really well. They're growing right up that string trellis that I've made, which is awesome. They as soon as they put that in, they really just shot up, which I'm very pleased with. And now we're looking at our peppers. There's one little guy right there, and I'm so grateful that we're going to have a lot of things that we know that we're going to eat. Like, I know that we're going to eat green peppers. I know that we're going to use the tomatoes. I know that we're going to use the jalapenos and the green beans. And here I'm showing how I decided to put in these posts here in the center as a support for the tomatoes, because they were starting to sag a little bit. And now, there you go. It's nice and taut. It's going to hold the tomatoes up a lot better than if we just had the 2 poles on the end. And there, used my big brain, put that broken piece on top of the good one to hold up the 2 rows in the middle, because I only had 3 posts, but I got 4 rows that I need to hold up. So one of them had to hold up 2, and that's how I devised that. And you can see I tied it up with some string in the center there of the posts, and hopefully it hasn't fallen down yet, but hopefully no big storm or anything comes and knocks it down. Here's the jalapenos, and these are finally growing up and starting to produce. There's a lot of flowers on them, a lot of little buds of fruits. So there's one right there, 2 right there, and there's one in the back too. I missed that one when I was looking at it. So those are going to be good. I love pickled jalapenos, and they're going to be really good in salsa or whatever we decide to do with them. And these green beans, I'm very excited about. These are growing awesome. There's tons and tons of flowers and little teeny green beans right there. We are going to can these, and I'm going to bring some home for my brother because he absolutely loved these when our grandma would make them. And so I want to, bring some of those to him so he can have those when at the end of August when Hannah and I go back to Illinois. Cucumbers, they're growing so slow. I don't know what to do about them, but that's just life, I guess. And there's Theo is looking at the tomatoes, and he is just taking it all in, loving it. He's so cute. Just look at him. Look at him. He's the best baby. Those dark eyes. He's got Hannah's eyes. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, Theo. Bye, Theo. Look at the camera. There you go. Goodbye.